Mobile games. Now, I probably don't have to explain how big and competitive, but also greedy and corrupt the mobile gaming market is. Pay-to-win horrors, literal brain rot, straight-up fake games, and whatnot. They are the sole reasons why my interest in mobile gaming has drifted away. But no matter how corrupt the platform is, there is no denying that there are some amazing gems just waiting to be played by sane and kind individuals. Post-Night, Mindustry, Pixel Car Racer, and more. And honestly, in this rather disastrous state of mobile gaming, these games feel like a breath of fresh air. But I don't think it'll always last. I mean, nothing in this world lasts forever. That means these games won't always last on app stores. Post-Night may have a caring and regular development team behind it, but many don't. Pixel Car Racer, for example, the studio is literally dead. Some of you might remember when this game got delisted from Play Store due to it not being updated to support 64-bit architecture. But at least it's on store, for now. Some games on the other hand don't even get maintained, and quite a few of them were removed by the developers for various reasons, such as Raging Thunder and Call of Duty Strike Team. Anyways, among such mobile games, there is one that not only is my favorite mobile game, but also one of the dying or already dead mobile games out there. I mean, last update was in 2018, and this is very sad for me since this is the game that sparked my interest for a game genre I used to find alright, cool, whatever. That being the space sim genre. So as a tribute of some kind, I decided to make a short, retrospective-ish video of this game and discuss the reason behind such fate. I've been wanting to make a video on it for a year but couldn't due to the horribly long YouTube breaks for exams that made me put away my phone. But now that I am back, I'm finally taking the chance to shed light on the hell of a gem that is... Now, what is Galaxy on Fire 2? To put it simply, it's an arcade open-world space sim and RPG game developed by Fish Lab Studios in the 2010s. Here you hunt pirates, do wager battles, buy or exchange ships, upgrade them with buttloads of gadgets and weapons, loot your prey, and much more. For your understanding and to save time, I will explain the bare elements of this game in a simple way. The controls are fairly basic: shoot, missile, gadgets, move, swipe to dodge, and most importantly, pause button. I do wish we could roll our ships, but it was simply not worth it because it's a 2013 mobile game, and mobiles used to be like this back then. Small, relatively weak, and no additional physical buttons unlike these gaming phones we see nowadays. I do wish this game had support for controllers, it would have been pretty fun. But anyways, there are two difficulty settings, 4 for some platforms such as PCs, we'll get to that in a bit. The gameplay is also fairly simple. You fly, shoot, loot, mine, travel different star systems, and do missions when in space. In space stations, you can upgrade your ship or buy new ones, trade stuff, find jobs and deals, etc. You also have to maintain your reputation with the 4 main factions in this game. You mainly gain or lose faction reputation based on your actions and contributions towards or against the factions, such as completing missions, hunting down their respective units and looting them, and at times, hiring a diplomat. Having a good reputation with the faction allows you to earn more money from freelancing and other minor benefits, while bad reputation makes them aggro on you whenever you're near them, and landing in their stations is denied unless you bribe them. There are also other factions such as pirates, greys, and more, but there is no such reputation mechanics related to them. Kinda sad, I really wish I could join the pirates. I mean, I played the game on extreme difficulty and... this is just traumatizing. Oh well. Speaking of extreme difficulty, there are also certain game mechanics and features that are locked behind extreme difficulty, such as cargo hold reducing your handling, paying literal tax for accepting contracts and missions, your own nukes capable of damaging your ship, and more, which is kind of understandable in my opinion. Now about the graphics. Okay, do I have to explain this? Like, the footage speaks for itself. The lighting, shadows, details, textures, color palette. It's so diverse, yet so detailed and fascinating. If you tasked me to describe these visuals in just one word, I would fail immediately because I don't have any word that can describe this work of art. But one thing for sure, it was, and still kind of is, unmatched. And I can confidently say that this game easily takes the spot among mobile games with the best visuals up to date. Although we do have to keep in mind that there are 3 versions of this game: SD, HD, and FHD. SD being the first release of the game on smartphones, followed by HD with enhanced visuals, and then Full HD on PC and Mac. This is the HD version but with the Full HD version textures. I'll get to that in a few minutes. Regardless, all versions of this game look beautiful in their own way. You have to praise the developers for delivering such visuals though. I mean, it's kind of unbelievable how they managed to get these visuals running on these types of phones. Modern game developers should look at this game and take notes on optimization. Like seriously, modern gaming is just distraught. As for the story, this game is a sequel to the game Galaxy on Fire. What a surprise. You play as Keith T. Maxwell, a mercenary and former Terran Space Fleet pilot who, after an ordinary job of hunting down pirates, gets sent 35 years into the future after a hyperdrive malfunction in a remote part of the galaxy. There he is saved by a Midorian scrap dealer, Gunan Bray. The story mainly revolves around Keith's return to the Terran space and assisting and fighting against the Voids, who are newly discovered alien beings of unknown origins terrorizing star systems across the galaxy. The story itself is kind of ordinary, oftentimes feeling very corny due to both its writing and delivery. Plus, there are barely any visuals in most cutscenes, it's just mostly all audio, kinda like a visual novel. So overall, the story may seem kind of underwhelming. Plus, the game claims to be around 10 hours long, but if you're fast, you can complete it in like 7 or 8 hours. So kind of unsatisfactory on this side. But that's what you would expect from a Java game. You heard that right, because here's something mind-boggling. The SD version of this game is not the first iteration of this game. It's the Java version of this game that was made back in 2010. The Java version and the SD version have one thing in common: the source code. It's the same. So basically, the SD version is a remaster of Java version, and then the HD version is also a remaster of SD. Oh, okay, wait. I think I'm kind of wrong here with the remaster thing, but still, mind-boggling. That sounds so goofy. And then we also have the DLCs, Valkyrie and Supernova. The story of Valkyrie DLC starts right after the base game story, revolving around a mysterious space station owned by a weapons dealer named Alice, followed by Supernova DLC a couple of months after, revolving around a supernova that has set off in the Midorian sector. Valkyrie DLC, in my opinion, was decent enough. We got new story, ships, guns, and the black market for rare, highly advanced stuff. Plus the ability to buy our own space station, the Camo Club, allowing us to buy as much ships as we want and store whatever we want in there, which is a literal dream come true. But then, Supernova. It was amazing. The story was better, missions were far more action-packed and intense, plus new minigame, weapons, gadgets, ships, and of course, bounty hunting. Compared to Valkyrie, Supernova was a complete game changer. The game's length essentially becomes twice or maybe even thrice once the DLCs are included, and I will say, every second of it was worth it. So far the game sounds impressive and successful, so why such fate? Well, financial reasons. Despite the game's great performance, the developers couldn't generate enough money for future contents of this game, And so when they were porting DLCs for the PC version of this game, they had almost gone broke. And in the end, they had to cancel the DLC port and forced to make some money somehow. Thus, the PC version was left incomplete. Sad, because the PC version could do with some improvements and quality of life changes. You could actually get the Valkyrie features with mods since they are actually in the files, but that doesn't really sit with me. Plus, it's a bit buggy at times. The only thing that was good about the PC and Mac version was the prices. The prices on mobile version were pretty high for many weapons and equipment, mainly to make players pay for the in-game money. Though it was manageable, playing free-to-play was nowhere near as torturous as you'd think. Anyways, Fish Labs did continue making other games and projects after this, but under the publishing of Deep Silver. Two of their games include Galaxy on Fire 3, which was apparently a horrendous cash grab, and Galaxy on Fire Alliances, a strategy MMO. Both games were always online, and yes, both of them are dead. Fish Labs Studio still exists and did help with many games such as Dead Island 2, Saints Row 3, 4 and Reboot, Goat Simulator 3, and more. Well, at least that's what Wikipedia says. Although some of Fish Labs developers were really upset with the state of their studio and left. But they couldn't handle the nostalgia, so they made Rockfish games and made Everspace 1 and 2, some of the best space games out there. So yeah, they're fine. The ones in Fish Labs? Not so much, most of them are getting laid off. Anyways, back to Galaxy on Fire 2, last update was in 2018. Yeah, if you try to download this game on newer phones, it says app version too old for your device. Basically, your phone is too new for this game. If you want to play this game, you have to play it on an old phone, and on top of that, it needs to have at max a 720p display, because if you play the game in higher resolution, the game menu will go outside the screen. That's what happened to me. Although with the help of Samsung's game launcher plugins, I was able to turn down the resolution, so yeah, this game is technically unplayable. It's only a matter of time before it gets deleted off Play Store and App Store by the publishers. It would be pretty sad to see, honestly. It still does have an active fanbase, though I don't think that's going to bring the game back to its former glory, considering how ass Fish Labs is being treated. So far, we probably won't be getting an official patch that can make the game run on modern phones. But then, some god-sent person sensed this issue and decided to mod this game, making it compatible for all mobile phones. And with the full HD textures, frame rate increased to 60 opposed to the locked 30, plus adjusting Android prices to match with the more forgiving PC prices. And that's the version I've been playing since last year, and it was worth it. Though I really hope it doesn't get taken down, because it's the only piece of work we have left of this game. Well, that was a rather satisfying ending, for now. Hopefully we'll be able to successfully preserve this gem for the coming days. If you haven't played this game already, go ahead. Play the full game, you won't regret it. And finally, if you watched it till the end, then thanks a lot. Make sure to like if you enjoyed this video, dislike if you didn't, and subscribe for more spicy content. As always, make sure to finish your homework, love your friends, exercise regularly, and sleep if it's night time, because I love you all. And your imaginary wives.